So the big question is this: how are those in the self-storage industry like us going to be successful in today's market? That's the question, and this show will give you the answers. My name is Jim Ross, and welcome to the Self-Storage Show. Hi everyone, this is Jim Ross in the Self-Storage Show. In this episode, I got Stephen Jeffers joining me here. How's it going, Stephen?
It's going well. How about you, Jim?
Good. Keeping busy. Anyway, I'm always, being the storage nerd that I am, I'm always, checking out different blogs and different articles and things like that. And I always love ones that are written by managers. I mean, it's one thing that you have, the district manager or an owner or a vendor, but again, I love when managers are writing articles and being involved in the industry like this. So I came across yours on I think it was Inside Self Storage, if I remember right. Am I? Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was inside self storage.
Yeah, nice. And it's just talking about social media and all that stuff, and we'll get into that in a second. I guess first off, again, where you're a manager, tell us. I mean, how long have you been in the industry? How did you get involved? Take it away.
Yeah, so I've been in the industry for about 5 years now. I got started during a career change in my late 20s, and just started off part time at an independent mom and pop self storage place in Clemson, South Carolina, and I don't know, there was something about the storage industry that I just loved, and I just after about 2.5 years there, I wanted to be a manager, and so I found myself being a manager of a facility outside of Greenville, South Carolina, and was there for a couple years. And uh, Monster Self Storage is where I'm at now, and they gave me a really great opportunity at a facility in Seneca, South Carolina, to kind of really come in and drive it up and kind of take it to new heights and things. And there's just I don't know. There's something about the storage industry to where my passions really, really come out in it, and marketing and social media is definitely one of those.
See, I love that. It's when you say passion for storage. Sometimes I'll say that, and people like kind of laugh and scoff at me. I'm like, no,
I've had
no,
that
it's
too.
cool. Yeah, exactly. Like, no, it's one of those niches where you can actually. I mean, again, especially as a manager level. I mean, you're in operations, you're in development, you're in revenue, you're in marketing. I mean,
Oh yes.
it's all encompassing. So no, it's amazing. But for the purposes of this one, that's what piqued my interest when you're talking about how to use social media to market self storage, and that's quite honestly that's something I hear a lot. I mean, it's one thing because everyone knows they should be on social media, everyone knows they need to be doing it, but well, when it comes down to it, you've probably seen that most people don't. They
Oh
know they
yeah.
should be doing it, but they don't do anything about it. So maybe this episode would be a nice little kick in the butt to get some things going here.
Whatever I can do to help everybody else.
Yeah. So how long have you been using social media at your site to get things going?
I graduated college in 2008, 2009, and so I was at the cusp of social media. So I think ever since I became an actual manager about 2.5, 3 years ago at a different company,
Yeah.
just started using it because started seeing all kinds of companies, everybody from Coca-Cola to the independent coffee shops using Facebook and Instagram, especially to gain attraction to their products and their services. And I said, why not for my facility? When you look at Facebook and Instagram and Twitter, a lot of facility operators and owners are using Facebook and Twitter and Instagram, but only for an educational purpose instead of entertainment or just gathering things in. You see pictures uh, of their products, what they sell for boxes and merchandise, or their units, or how nice their office looks, and that's all well and good, but no one really comes to rent a storage unit because your office looks nice. And so I decided to engage uh, social media marketing for my facilities in a I guess more an engagement level.
Yeah. Well, again, it can be so bland, for lack of a better word. You would see in some the way a lot of people use social media for their storage business. So, no, you got to spice it up a little bit and have a little bit of fun with it and entertain. Like that's when it's
Oh
gonna
yes.
pique your interest and help you stand out. So, yeah, are you? So you're using Facebook and Instagram, it sounds like, for the most part, or am I
For
wrong?
the most part, yeah. Instagram, I've seen at least definitely on the local level. That's where most people have engagement. I think it's ever since that Instagram story they put out there about a year and a half ago,
Yeah.
where you can really put up stuff for 24 hours and do it, show live video of what you're doing. On the local level, local businesses do that are doing that a lot. And so what I do, and it's great that you can sync Facebook and Twitter with what you post on Instagram. So Instagram's kind of using is my uh, it's my main thing that I put stuff on, and then the other two kind of get whatever I post on Instagram. So
Oh, okay.
and it's very nice that way. It keeps everything kind of on the same level. That I'm posting the same thing in the same way on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Um, and so I think Instagram is used more by local businesses
Yeah, yeah.
than Facebook. And in my research and just observations, Facebook has kind of become like Yelp. That it's the place to get to look for reviews, look for your basic information now on on a business, on their operating hours, their website, anything like that, and then Instagram's where you get to find like the details about what's going on there. What is, what's happening? What are the deals? What's a, if they're doing a flash sale for the day. That's the kind of interaction engagement I do on Instagram.
Yeah, I mean, I was going to ask you that. Can you give us some examples then of what you're doing on Instagram? So obviously, like you just said, flash sales. If you're doing a movement special, I would assume that kind of
Oh yeah.
items there.
Well, I've become big into creating memes. So
Nice.
if you go to the Monster Self Storage Seneca Instagram, you'll see a lot of self storage memes. Um,
I got
and
I got to check this
I,
out. Do you know what the handle is off the top of your head?
let's see, I can pull it up real quick. It's I think it's at Monster Storage Seneca, Seneca, all one word.
Okay.
And so with apps on my phone and iPad, you can make memes pretty easily, and I try to stay relevant with I think one that got a lot of attention was back in April. There was a meme with LeBron James in the NBA Finals, and he had some like frustrated look on his face, and everybody on social media were making their own memes about it. So I was like, all right, I'm going to make a meme that's self storage related. So I did that, and I think that's still been the most liked Instagram post I've had since I've created this for my own facility.
Nice.
Um, so it's you can do many things on Instagram. You can educate. You can tell how your facility is better than the competitors. But I just took it as saying, let's be entertainers with it. Let's be the one in the area that's known for putting up the funny memes, and at least that way my name is out there. Oh, you're the funny meme guy, not that way people know which facility is mine on social media.
Nice. And again, I'm sure my listeners are asking themselves this right now. I mean, it's all said and well of putting the memes out and doing stuff on social media, but are you seeing rentals generated from it? I mean, that's the ultimate goal, obviously. I would assume is
Oh
get
yes,
engagement and have people actually come rent from you. So have you seen it actually turning into that?
it's hard to figure out those analytics about what post has turned into
Yeah.
rentals. But especially when I've done kind of a flash sale, I think on Memorial Day, I did a kind of just a we're open on Memorial Day, and we did a flash sale. If you come in, if you're a veteran, active duty, or first responder, we'll give you, a discount. And I did have a couple rentals that day that came in who showed their veterans or their active duty military IDs.
Hmm.
One actually came in, rolled up in his ambulance, and got a unit because they saw that on Instagram. Um, and because you can geotag your posts, what I do is a lot of times I geotag my post for the general area in which I am in, so that folks that can that kind of just explore or look through different posts in the town I'm in
Yeah.
see that, and then they'll come in and do that. So it's definitely easier to track rentals when you do some sort of sale or a discount. Uh, but a lot of times it's so that I had a realtor when I went to go business to business marketing a couple months ago who, once I identified myself and said who I was with, she was like, "Oh yeah, I've seen your Instagram post before, and they're really funny and catchy." So I think I'm doing a. I know everybody wants to talk about conversions into rentals, uh, but that can come down the road when you got realtors who remember your account because you're doing something different.
I was gonna say. I mean, you're kind of laying a foundation, um, for for future marketing as well. And like you just said, you're going to get recognition of, hey, when I think when it does become more mainstream, and who knows how other things are going to be happening later on when it comes to social, of being able to do different kind of marketing campaigns. I think just having that foundation and that history of already doing things, getting the ball rolling, can only help you. I think it's not going to
Oh
hurt you. You
yes.
know what I mean? That's great. And I would assume, I mean, obviously, that's you don't want to do one post and then be like, all right, well, it's been 6 months. It's time for another post. I mean, you got to be consistent with this kind of stuff, right?
Oh yes. So one of the big target markets for self storage now is how do we engage the millennials? How do we get them to come in and into play? And they are very tech and social media savvy. And if you take a look at someone's Facebook page, if a millennial looks at a Facebook page or an Instagram page, and you haven't, you did a post yesterday, but then the next one is about a deal you had for New Year's 2018, they're going to be they're judging your and basing your engagement with them on a customer level based on your social media interactions and posts. So if you're not constantly and frequently updating and keeping content current, especially millennials, they will see that as a way of being disengaging to them. So
Yeah, yeah.
you definitely have to be current and everything's and everybody gets kind of busy. There'll be times where I'll go several days without posting anything, but as long as I can at least once or twice a week get some sort of content up, it keeps everything kind of current.
Nice. I got to check this out. Give me one more time because we I want to skip over it. What's your Instagram handle
Yeah,
again?
my Instagram handle. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna pull it up here so I don't.
I'm gonna put you on the spot, so we're all gonna double check this. See, now you're really accountable. You're gonna have hundreds of people like checking on you and be like, all right.
The handle is Monster Storage Seneca. That is the Instagram handle.
Nice.
You, if you take a look at it, you'll be able to see me in a big old panda head for Halloween. That's one of my most recent, my most recent posts. Um, so yeah, again, yeah, you'll find a lot of fun stuff on our posts.
Well, again, that's the whole point. Keep it fun. I mean, you see, and again, just everybody is being so serious. You know what I mean? Like, and again, it's boring,
Yeah,
bland. We have a 10 by 20 special. Blah. We come on
yeah,
down to a regular
exactly.
unit.
It's
Who cares?
it's
So it's meant to be
yeah,
fun and engaging.
you have to be engaging. It's not just putting up just like a newspaper ad. It is definitely having to have some sort of engagement with your customers,
Hmm.
and that's what social media has kind of evolved to for business marketing.
Yeah, and then again, I'm all for trying different things. And again, everyone always talks about going to do it, but when it comes down to it, it's kind of you get up in your head, and I think honestly, I think people overthink it when it comes to this kind of stuff. Just post, just post different things. It like I said, it can't
Oh
hurt.
yeah.
You know what I mean? So I
I mean,
applaud you for going out there and kind of going outside the edges and outside the box and doing something like this. That's awesome.
well, thank you. Yeah, and I even have my undergrad degree in marketing and advertising,
Hmm.
and I wouldn't have actually thought about this on the local level if I had gone right out of college and done corporate marketing. This is something that I think you learn in grassroots at the local level of what works for your local businesses. And as big as a storage company is, the the facilities operate at the local level, and if you can't uh, do something unique on social media for even if for the Cube Smarts public storages out there to compete with the mom and pops that independent operators that know how to do this kind of stuff and engage, the big guys are actually at a somewhat disadvantage when it comes to uh, business marketing on social media. So again, it's being engaging, and I just encourage everybody, no matter if you own one facility or if you own 300 facilities, to allow each facility to be able to control their social media a little bit at the local level.
Yeah, and you kind of hit on this. I was going to talk about that too. Is like the smaller independent sites versus the big boys in the industry. We have so much more flexibility when it
Hmm.
comes to this kind of stuff than they do. I mean, so many times it'd be like, we have an idea, and it has to go to their department head, and let's talk about it for 6 weeks, and let's make sure we get it greenlit. And it slows everything down. And I'm sure 9 of the 10 ideas are probably vetoed, and they have to go with something that's very vanilla and plain and corporate stamped approval versus the independents. Hey, we have a lot more flexibility. We can just think it and get it out and be done with it and see what hits and just keep throwing things against the wall. So I like that kind of flexibility.
Oh yes, and I am very encouraged by the company I work for that owns the facility I run. That they encourage us to do this on our own, with within the right parameters of what they want us to do. They definitely look at everything that we do on the local level, um, but I am encouraged that they allow me to have my own Instagram and be able to engage with the local community in that way. And I think that's something that's encouraging for I think the bigger companies that I just would love to see every CubeSmart in my area to have their own Instagram page that and see what the kind of stuff they're doing,
Mm-hmm.
just at the store, and see what kind of engagement they're doing. Um, this is the way of the future for business marketing, and we just need to see, I think, more of it in the storage industry.
Well, yeah, I mean, I mean, I'm the same way in my business. I kind of model what's out there and I put a twist on my own, I kind of make it my
Hmm.
own thing. But yeah, that's why I reached out to you because there's just not a whole lot out there that kind of impresses me, and I think a lot of it's just because there's just not a whole lot out there to really look at.
Oh
and,
yeah.
and so I think you have to go outside of our bubble of storage to look at other businesses to see how they are implementing it. So I think that's to be everyone's homework. Is it may not be storage you're looking at, but yeah, go on Instagram, go on Twitter, go on Facebook, and look at the local businesses in your area and see how
Hmm.
they're utilizing it and see how you can make your own storage twist on it.
I agree with that wholeheartedly.
Yep. So I got my homework down. All good. Well, all right. Well, thanks, man. I'm glad you're able to take the time and talk to me about this.
Yeah, I am very thankful for the opportunity to speak with you on this for a little bit, and I'm going to do a little shameless plug here just for a second.
You got it.
Uh,
Take it
uh,
away.
I will be at the Inside Self Storage World Expo as a presenter. Um, I don't think they've put it out on their website quite yet, but I will be talking about the profitability of add-on centers for self-storage facilities. So if if anybody's out there wanting to put a name or a face to the name and the voice, I think that's beginning of April. So I just wanted to throw that out there that it's going to be a great time. It's actually going to be my first time in Vegas, so it'll be a fun opportunity, and I'm very gracious for Inside Self Storage for giving me that opportunity, and looking forward to maybe meeting some folks out there as well.
Well, good. Well, I'll meet you. I never miss the ISS
All right,
show,
awesome.
so I'll be there.
All righty.
Well, good. I say tell everyone, we've already given the Instagram handle out a couple times, but go there and show Steve some love. Give him some comments. Well, we'll look for the panda head. We'll know we have the right spot.
Yes, look for the panda head.
All right. Take care. Thanks a lot.
Take care. Thank you very much.
See you, man. Bye.
Thanks so much for watching. We'd love to give away free books that will help your self-storage business. To pick up your free copy of Self-Storage Domination, the actions you must take to dominate your competition, simply go to selfstoragedomination.com.